Get the microphone.
Screaming.
Are we good? Is it live? Is that us?
Test.
All right. Eric, you're going to think I'm so sick.
Why?
What do you think is in this cup?
That's why I just asked.
What do you think it is? It's so sick.
I'm not used to seeing it that clear.
Casa.
It's Casa?
Yeah.
We have Casa?
Oh, I thought you were gonna roast me. It's the only way I can get through this.
No. Why would I roast you?
I'm drinking Casa straight.
Casa's been declared dead like 17 times this past week.
Not by me.
I mean, I started that in December, but speaking of which, someone brought a Casa. A lot of people actually didn't know about the transition because this transition to a different tequila just happened literally like the week of the home opener tailgate. I'm wearing a bracelet that somebody gave me at the tailgate. They made it, obviously.
That's a friendship bracelet is what we call those.
Cool.
Who's we?
Taylor Swifties.
It's got, teal, black, gold beads, and it says spin the Casa.
What?
Yeah.
Do they not know I exist?
I'm sorry.
Number one.
Maybe they don't.
What about me? And it's a friendship bracelet. Hello.
Damn.
Number two.
What makes it a friendship bracelet as opposed to just a bracelet?
Because someone made it for you. That actually looks good quality.
Oh, I'll give it to you.
Because if someone made it for you and then they have words on it.
Yeah, there's words on it. It's really nice.
Yeah, this is a friendship bracelet.
Well, it was a white girl, so she probably was a Taylor Swift fan.
Huh.
But so I couldn't not put that shit on. I couldn't not put it on because it was very nice.
This one's about to go any moment.
Go where?
Off my wrist and break.
And as I was saying previously,
maybe it was the same girl that made me this Jaguars one. I can't remember who it was. Wait, I shouldn't say that.
not the girl you went to the concert with, right?
No. Jaguars.
Hammy?
Hammy.
Yeah, Hammy.
Wow, Jack.
Just trying to remember her name.
Good job.
Is it her?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I don't remember who made me the Jaguars one.
I remember the Hammy story.
Jaguars.
But we were spinning a new tequila this weekend, and somebody had brought a Reposado bottle, so we spun that, obviously. So it did bring back memories, and I had to spin the Casa because spin the Casa is what we started with, and that's what I'm wearing. This shirt is the spin the Casa shirt. So it'll always be in my heart, and if you bring it to the tailgate, I'm going to spin it. I'm not going to be like, no, we're not. We're done with that. I'll still spin it, but when I took the sip, it like made me feral again. It's like, the new tequila is just very, very tame, and Casa just makes me an animal. It's kind of scary.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not the reason I didn't like it anymore. It's just the taste wasn't there for me.
Well, see, you sipping it now, I feel like if it wasn't a drink that I overindulged in,
in your past life,
or currently overindulgent, then like taking the sip wouldn't bring me back to that place. It's like I'm a PTSD or something, that dark place. But since it is something that I overindulge in and ends up giving me headaches and bad feelings later on in the day or the next morning, then right now it just kind of brings that back.
I feel you.
But like I said, I can't talk football right now without a little tipsy.
Yeah. How long is it going to take to kick in?
Or just get in there.
Okay.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
Because you probably don't have a lot of food in you anyway to soak it up, so it's probably going straight to
your burger was fat. The chicken burger you made me was fat. I'd like to know how you make that.
I'll tell you right now to fill in some time on the pod.
All right. Fill it in.
So Jack, that's you. Know your role.
What?
Pause.
Sorry.
We made eye contact.
Okay.
Didn't want to interrupt you.
I didn't start yet.
Because I was pausing him, not you. You did not deserve to be interrupted.
So I get tired of just making plain old ground chicken, so I wanted burgers. So obviously you just buy the package of ground chicken like you would ground beef.
I've never seen ground chicken. I've seen ground pork and ground beef, but I've never seen ground chicken.
I've seen it.
Where do you shop? Just Winn-Dixie now?
Publix, Winn-Dixie.
You ever been to Aldi?
Yeah.
It's there. It's in Aldi. It's in Publix. It's
ground chicken.
Ground chicken, yeah.
And it's in the same. Okay.
I would suggest going to Aldi. It's cheaper there, I think. But I was in Sam's Club.
Issue with Aldi is they don't have everything.
Yeah, no, they don't.
You gotta make multiple stops.
I usually just go there for meat and produce. But all you do, you get your ground chicken, you put it in a little mixing bowl, you add breadcrumbs, seasoning, and you can add an egg or two.
Oh.
To keeps it binded so it doesn't bust.
Binder. Okay.
Yeah.
So it doesn't bust.
Wait, did you say breadcrumbs?
Yeah, I said breadcrumbs. Okay. Damn, okay. You got a recipe? Shit. So you just mix all that up with your hands. It gets real nasty. So you gotta really get in there. And you just form patties and you put them you grill them. I did it stovetop. You could put them on a stick and do it over the solo stove. But yeah, I did them in a cast iron skillet on the stove until
they're so thick. How'd you know it was cooked in the middle?
Meat thermometer.
See, I don't understand meat thermometers. When you stick it in the meat, like I'm sorry, when you stick it in, how do you know where is it taking the temp? Is it taking the lowest temperature? Or is it like, where is the meat thermometer? So this is the thermometer. This is the meat.
Okay.
So you stick it in the meat. Is it red? Because I want the middle of the meat. I want to see how cooked that is because I don't care.
In the middle.
Okay, so it is. It's all the way in.
Okay.
Or it's halfway in the middle. But what if it's registering the temperature in the outside? How do I know where the meat thermometer is registering? Because the whole thing looks like the thermometer that measures temperature.
The tip is probably the tip. Of the meat thermometer. That's what you're seeing on the.
Okay, well they should make that
dial.
more obvious because all meat thermometers I see are all metal, and it looks like it's all one.
Oh, you're
gauge.
saying the whole thing.
The whole thing is a whole thing measuring temperature. Like where do I stick it in the meat?
I don't think so.
If Hunter's watching, shout out the viewers. What are they saying? Chat.
They're not talking about what we're talking about.
What are they talking about? Hey, chat.
Flamingo says a little Creole, baby.
Yes, that's something I should add to my ground chicken when I make that Creole.
Yeah.
Fell in love with Creole when I went to New Orleans.
Did you ever replace that? Slap your mama?
With Slap Your Mama? No, I still get the Creole because I don't know.
Oh, but yeah, because I had the same worry because I undercook meat sometimes, and the burgers were so thick that I was like, I hope these are not undercooked because I don't want to break them open and then see that they're undercooked and then put them back on the grill or whatever. So I'm like, stick the meat thermometer in, and if it's going up pretty slowly, that's how I know it's undercooked. Usually when it's to the temperature it needs to be, the temperature's like going up super fast. Like today, I cooked a pork loin, and it looked good visually, but I really couldn't tell. So I put the thermometer in, it just shot up to 145. So when it goes quick, that's how I know it's done. But these chicken burgers were taking a little longer because they were so big. So, and I made like 8 of them. So 4 of them were in one cast iron skillet.
How much meat did you get?
It was 4 pounds of ground chicken.
Oh my God.
So each burger was like half a pound of
That's a
ground.
lot.
They were big.
That's why I'm full.
Yeah. But in each burger was, because one serving of ground chicken is 22 grams of protein. So each burger was like 44 grams of protein.
Whoa.
Holy moly.
It was a lot. It was a lot. I have another package. I'll probably do it again. But
I'll do it. I'm going to do it. I'll do it this week. I promise.
I'll give you half. We can make them together.
Okay.
A little bonding. Whenever day you're available. But I took half of them because they weren't done. I measured them on the skillet and I put half of them in the air fryer and like cranked it up. So some of those were extra toasted because they were undercooked on the stove. But I'll get better. But I'm glad you enjoyed my meat.
Mm.
An update on my road to overweight.
I'm going to listen, but I need to grab my phone in my room.
There's no way he listens.
It's not for him anyway. I've been slacking since I got back from the Miami Dolphins trip, and I'm not proud about it. But then I saw pictures of me from the tailgate this past week, and I'm like, okay, you can't tell the way I feel, because on the pictures I look pretty lean. Andy showed me a picture of me this past week, and I'm like, damn,
He looks sick.
Can I see it?
I did look sick.
He looked
like
sickly.
But it was the angle because I woke up feeling hella fat that day.
Are you pulling this picture up?
Trying to find it.
It's in our Snap.
Oh, here it is. Look at that. He looks like 2021 Eric.
Yeah.
You don't know what 2021 Eric looks like.
Yes, I do.
You weren't even watching the pod back then.
That was.
Your brother was.
But then I took
my little brother.
I took other pictures in that shirt, and you can see my titties and gut poking out of it. So
yeah, you are bending over in this one, which helps.
So,
is it a bigger sized shirt?
It fits a little smaller.
I would do anything for that polo.
I'm gonna try to get you one.
If I wore that to work, people would go. Not really.
No one would say.
No one would say anything.
I envision you walking into work. Everyone like they drop everything they're holding. Like, they start slow clapping.
All right, no one would say anything, but I know they'd be thinking things like, "Dang, that looks cool." God damn.
I think they would say something,
especially on a Friday. I mean, if the Jags were good, it'd make a difference. But I could wear it Monday. They play that night. Anyway,
I'll try to put in a good word for you. It's the
I'll
same.
Just buy it. What does it cost?
$89.
Never mind. Please just give me one.
It's the same guy that just supplied the tequila this past weekend.
Oh.
So he's got.
Say it didn't fit. It was too big.
I could say that, but I sent him the photos, and I was like, got compliments and all that. So I don't think that'll work.
Damn it! How was
can't renege.
I'm sorry.
I guess we'll get to it. I don't know.
Will we?
But how was the what was it called? Louis.
Like I said, it was like a good sipper drink, but it didn't make me feral.
Okay.
Like Jack's like, I'm not understanding you. So I drink Casa, I turn into a monster. Yep. I drink Louis, I'm just kind of vibing. That's the difference. The chemicals in Casa make it, mess with your brain more. Okay. Whatever alcohol does to your brain, Casa does it. Vida de Louis, it's like, what did I say? I said it made me astute.
That was, made you smarter?
That was the word I used. It just didn't make me like, Andy knows. When I'm on Casa Boy, I'm a fucking monster. Rude. I'm fucking yelling at people. Vida de Louis, I didn't have that effect. It felt like I was drinking a lemonade.
It's crazy because Vida or Louis was twice the cost, but like, I don't want to. We're supposed to be. It's good. Forget what I was gonna say.
Well, he only supplied it for the home opener as of right now because he said he wanted us to see how it went, and it went well. I guess we could just talk about the fucking tailgate now.
Yeah, we cleared bottle after bottle. But speaking of how Casa makes Eric feel, here's a video from a couple of years ago or something.
This possessed. Yeah.
Let me play it.
That was he's like, let's go. That was the home opener, right? Or was that Texans week 3?
Couldn't tell you.
I think it was. Either way, we had back-to-back home games early in the year last year. And the vibe was just a complete 180 from Sunday this past week, which I'm kind of confused about because the start of last season, we were coming off the playoff season, right?
Yep.
So, yeah. It's okay. I get it then.
Chiefs was the home opener, so.
Yeah. Chiefs was the home opener. Then Texans was right after that. So that was just like a huge back-to-back matchup at home. Then the season happens. I thought there was like excitement coming into this season from the fans, but
coming into this season.
Yeah, coming into this season, but the tailgate didn't show that to me. Cuz I didn't we're known now for arriving late cuz somebody
you said we.
Me and Andy.
It sounded like one of you arrived late and one of you didn't on Sunday.
Oh shit. I arrived late.
Oh,
I got there.
I thought Andy arrived late.
he arrived very late.
Oh,
I was late. He was very late.
okay.
I got there at like 10:30, which
It's not that late.
I mean, for our lots only opening at 9 a.m., that's pretty late because you only get 3 hours out there.
Yeah.
We're not. I was talking to my Uber driver. My Uber driver, I was telling him because he had just moved here from Chicago. He was like, "You guys are the first Jags fans I picked up today." I was like, "That's normal," because he had been picking up a bunch of Browns fans. I was like, "Yeah, that's normal. A lot of people come to our games, and Jags fans kind of just exist in the abyss." But when driving over the bridge and you look over at where we tailgate, it looked empty outside of where we go. You know, those people are always there. But the other lots, I was like, there's nobody out here. Is it because they thought it was going to rain? Because it was a very cloudy day Sunday.
Could have been that. Also,
because it did eventually
if week
rain.
one went differently, maybe.
Yeah, that too. But still, in previous years, the Jags have never been good. So it's like, what is
the tailgates we would have in like 2013, 14 when we were ass, like those were electric.
Yeah. So all of this is like running through my mind as I'm driving to the tailgate, kind of like not excited to go because it just looks dead out there. It's cloudy. We're 0-1. Didn't know when Andy was showing up. I was just like, all right. And then when it came time to spin the bottles, it just felt like nobody wanted to. Which, like I told y'all last week in Miami, 2 people came up to me and said, yeah, I'm not spinning Casamigos this year. And then there's another group of people that are like, when are we spinning? When are we spinning? But the people that came up to me and said, I'm not doing it again this year, I was like, you don't got to tell me that. Jesus Christ. The vibes are that down. You got to tell me you're not spinning. You could have just not showed up to the table. But I think the highlight of the whole tailgate was the big flip cup game. But even getting people to the table for that was a fucking challenge. So I just think maybe everyone's getting old and they're just tired of the same old shit from this team, that waking up and getting ready for a game day in Jacksonville is starting to wear and tear on people.
If we were on Sunday playing, I'd be well, I have 2 TVs. I want to be this so bad, only watching Red Zone. I'm not going to watch the Jags, but since I have 2 TVs on a Sunday when they're playing, I will have to put them on their own TV. But like I cared more when we had like Blake Bortles and not 2017, but like I don't know what happened. I think maybe the brush up against like greatness in 2022 was like we tasted it, and then now what we have now is just like unacceptable. So maybe that's what it is, or maybe I'm just sick of sports.
It's not just you though. I felt that from being out there Sunday. It's just, it felt different than usual because I know the vibes out there. We've been tailgating out there since 2012. 2012? Probably.
Yeah, the vibes were like this was our 6th tailgate of the year. And we're just having an average season.
I compared it to being out there for Chad Henne in preseason, like one of those types of tailgates.
Gross.
And even that tailgate, it's on YouTube. Sometimes I go back and watch it because we were like, if you watch that tailgate, we do not like have that energy at all anymore. We're drinking fucking Hennessy for Chad Henne, like circling up, dressed up in like bunny mascots, and there's just not that anymore. We're already talking about. Well, I'm not. I posed this question online. I was like, if we come back home 0-4. Because our next home game's Colts in 3 weeks. I was like, what are we going to do?
And
then bring back the
I ain't going to be there.
And then
the clown.
Obviously I was saying that just to get people to reply to talk about the clowns again. Because I didn't want to, say clown. Because I already have that notorious label. But a lot of people said, bring back the clowns. Someone was like, I got to find where I put my clown nose. So here we are in week 2, already talking about something that we did when Urban Meyer was coaching our team, which after being in the playoffs and having that game that Andy has as his screensaver on his computer, we've regressed so far from that moment. And all of that was going through my mind as I was trying to get people on the table to spin tequila. And I was like, damn, nobody wants to do this. Just the same people are pretty messed up, drunk, but
There was one guy that got arrested, you said?
yeah, there was a guy that came to the circle to spin, and one of his boys was like, he doesn't need any more.
He was already spinning.
And he took a sip, and then
Stumbled
5 minutes
away.
later, he's falling all over the fucking
It was
place.
on my Snapchat story.
I saw it.
He could barely walk.
He got arrested?
I haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah, one of his friends sent me how it's going and then how it started and then how it's going, and said he was like going into a cop car.
Oh my god.
So I don't know what he did, but I think they like took him in for a little bit. Maybe they just sat him in the car to like sober him up. Maybe they didn't take him.
Yeah.
Because
That would sober me up.
yeah,
Put some cuffs on me.
it would.
Shit, that would make me horny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't want the Jags to be 0-4 because I don't.
You thought you would.
Chill. I'm saying that because I just seeing a home opener tailgate like that. If we're 0-4,
Yeah,
the,
that'd be sad.
next one's gonna be probably the worst one I've ever been to.
That's the game we're talking about. They're wearing the throwbacks, right?
Yeah,
The Colts game. The
Yes.
Colts game. Yeah.
Wearing throwbacks.
Should be a
0-4.
hype game.
but I am planning to. I don't even if like we only win one of the next two, it's still not gonna feel. We have to
Yeah, but
win.
when was the last time the Colts won in Jacksonville?
Been a while.
That's a win.
And when's the last time Josh Allen beat us? That's
Sure,
a
you
win.
own the Bills, I thought.
We own the Bills.
Yeah, I know, but
Who's after the Bills?
CJ Stroud.
Texans on the road.
Yeah.
You guys won last year there.
On the road, yeah. So there's 2-2. We come back, beat the Colts.
3-2. Season's back on.
We're back.
Wait, let's go.
And that's
through
what
the
we did
rest.
last year.
And then it's the 2 London games.
You
against
guys
the
dominate
rookies.
in London.
Yes. So that's 2 more. So that's
5-2.
5-2. Hey, we're back. I can see this. Just kidding. Shout outs in the.
Sorry, that was me.
Oh, shout outs from the chat. Big G. Shout out to Spunter.
Spunter.
Kelly Jag. Shout out to Flamingo. Peyton's in here.
What up, Peyton?
Chef
Go Lobos.
Florida Boy said, "Look what the Jags is doing to us." Josh Forrest is in here. Yo,
What up, Josh? Sorry about Sam Darnold kicking your ass.
Vladi D Vox.
What the? That's a Lakers player.
Oh, Rob Patch. Gotta love cooked meats, he says. Bloody D Vox wants us to talk the Diddy indictment.
I did not see that.
A pop culture podcast. Yes, it is.
Somebody said that it's not.
No.
Oh.
I was responding. Mr. Perkinator said it's a waste of money going to the game. And Derek, sorry.
D-Rec.
Yeah, D-Rec said, spot on, Andy. I think we hit the prime era of this regime, and now we're on the back end of it. It's going to take wins to get the vibes back.
Of course.
And then he said, just feels like the season is already over. Just hearing about what's going on inside the building. I mean, people were wanting Doug fired after week 1.
People in the building or fans?
I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to Jags Twitter.
Because if it's fans, then duh. Like fans we're gonna overreact every single week. That's what football.
He's saying
is about.
people inside the building want Doug fired after week 1.
No, I don't know what he's saying there.
Because I doubt that. I think people outside the building. I don't think anything inside the building would say
Yeah.
that.
That's the only optimism that Jags fans can have right now.
No, I have another one.
Is that's all we got right now. Josh Allen can't beat us, and we're good in London. So in the next 4 games,
And Colts.
or in the Colts. So in the next 5 games, we should win at least 3.
Then
We should win at least 3.
Then it'll be 500.
Wait,
Yeah.
Bills, Colts, no 4. We should win 4. Bills, Colts, Bears, Patriots. Those should
You
all
win
be
all
wins.
4.
Those should all
That's
be wins.
tough. That's tough to do.
Yeah, well, the NFL's hard, but we should also have won these last 2 games.
Yeah.
So
If you win 4, then you're 4-2. Okay. If you win 3.
So we were
Someone?
unrecognizable in the beginning of last season and then turned it around and won like 8 of 9 games. So
Yeah, so
it's possible, but I don't fucking care.
right. Is that what's in store again? Is it another roller coaster where we have to wait for the season to play out to be excited again? Because I don't like that. I like what you get. Start 2-0 and just coast to the playoffs. I don't like this come from behind.
This is the Steelers every year since Ben is gone. They're like, they always get labeled as pretenders, then they always just slip into the playoffs. It's so annoying. Happy for you, though.
Justin Fields is your starting quarterback, and you're 2-0. Not saying anything bad about him. I'm just saying.
I am.
I know you are. I wanted him over Russell for you, but your offense just hasn't been doing much, but you're just pulling out wins because that's what y'all do. We cannot do that. But going back to the 0-4 thing, if we do, I told Andy, if we lose to the Bills, then that's how I know the season's over. Because
0-3, you just don't make the playoffs.
Because if we're not winning our traditional winning games, then we're cooked. Because the NFL is weird like that, where the good history that you do have, it usually continues.
Yeah, it's
like
weird.
We don't lose the Colts here. The Bills have been our daddy. I mean, we've been the Bills' daddy. Sorry. So if that just ceases to exist this year, then I'm throwing in the towel already.
Oh, you haven't already?
No, I haven't, because I need to see the Bills game. Because we were like this last year, and then we played the Bills and Falcons in London.
True.
And we were like, we're fucking back.
Yeah, we were what, 1-2?
No, you started 0-2.
1-2.
Yeah.
What was it? I don't remember.
We won the Colts, and then we lost to the Texans and Chiefs.
Right.
Oh, right. You started on the road at Colts.
1-2. I was sitting right here saying, we don't beat who do we play first there? Falcons or Bills? We watched both of them. We did live streams for both of them.
I think you Falcons.
And that's when we were back.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I said, if we don't beat the Falcons, season's over. I'm saying the same thing this year.
The Bills were like our get right game, though. That's what like turned our offense around for a while, because offense wasn't great versus the Falcons. But
so yeah, I'm in the same place again this season.
I swear we'll move on from the Jags. Just got to vent real quick, guys. I guess we can talk about the game. I will say one positive.
Wow, one.
I didn't spend $1 Sunday.
Congrats.
Like all day?
Yeah.
From waking up to bed?
Going to a Jags game, I witnessed a loss. Normally, I would have witnessed a loss and have spent 100, maybe, probably less. Ticket, parking, alcohol, food. No, I weaseled my way.
Did you get free food in the
everything.
game?
I found a way.
Oh.
You told me the food was not free.
I found a way to get food smuggled from a suite to me.
Wow.
Interesting.
So spent no money, so that made me feel a lot better about the loss. Because it just sucks when you leave the game and you're like thinking about all the money you spent on this shit team. But it feels a lot better when you didn't spend any money.
Yes. I did not go to the game just because I had people visiting in town, and usually when that happens, I don't try to coordinate everybody buying a ticket to that game. Thankfully, because I would have.
Imagine if you had to buy tickets and you go to that game and it's what it was.
I was so glad that I didn't. 'Cause I was thinking about it. I was looking at tickets. I was like, $30. We could all get a $30 ticket and sit wherever. If I sat through that game, I'd have punched somebody. Even though I've been through a million of these.
Tickets were $30.
The cheapest ones were $32 the morning of the game.
That's crazy.
We suck.
So the Browns.
We have no culture and we suck.
Zero culture.
The city does not care about.
It doesn't matter who comes here. It's like their stadium's going to be their color. It's kind of.
Was it pretty orange?
On TV, it was very orange.
Oh, so you went there. Was it pretty orange?
I was actually on the side where the away fans sit, so I
couldn't
didn't
see.
I didn't have to look at them.
Gotcha.
The top was empty, and it was a lot of orange sprinkled in.
Which is great. Like we have a quarterback that's paid $200-something million. It was a cloudy day, so you don't have to worry about the sun beating on you. Like,
are Jags losing money? Like, how are they profiting?
oh, they're
And
Revenue sharing.
TV
they're
rev.
fine.
Yeah.
They don't need our ticket sales.
I just wonder sometimes, and I know that like people that really like support the fan base here, and yes, the supportive fans in Jacksonville, like they're great sports fans, great football fans, but like sometimes I wonder like, what if I was like in Philly last night, or
I'd love to be there.
or like, cause you said not even like all the seats are filled, but like you can't see any space in between, and just the
wait till you see
stadiums.
Buffalo Monday night.
Yeah, like
That's
stuff like
full.
that, like culture, and I know culture has to be built, and these teams have like decades and decades of history behind them. But
it seems
being here at the ground floor is just, it's tough.
Yeah, it seems like this city has decades more to go.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you'll eventually get there. Like the older,
I'll be 70.
Yeah, the older, like, if the, like, people I meet here that are older, like not many are Jags fans because they were around before the Jags were a team, so they had to pick another team. It's like tough to switch your allegiance. So like once that generation dies off, then
we just have to do good now so these young kids can become Jags fans.
Yeah.
Because no team or no Jags team in the past 15 years has been making new Jags fans. They're probably fans of whatever their dads are fans of, or their grandpa, because which is like Steelers, Giants, Niners, Cowboys, Patriots. Because why would you want to be a fan of Blaine Gabbert, Blake Bortles, Gardner Minshew?
Don't say it.
I'm not gonna say it.
Do not lump them into that.
Yeah, so I'm going all in this season on embarrassing. Well, they're embarrassing themselves, but
you don't gotta do anything.
Just to like make the most of the season virtually to the internet, I have to create an army of clowns. I have to keep that bit going. So I'm planning to buy a full-on clown suit with shoes, pants.
If we're 0-4.
If we come back 0-4, I'm going as fucking Dunn the clown. Like I'll be unrecognizable.
So
it's not going to be like the Urban Meyer year where it's just a wig and a Prize Picks t-shirt. I'm like dressing
face
up.
paint, like
I'm dressing up. Face paint. Nobody's going to know who I am.
I'll do it with you.
Gloves. I'm covering everything so they don't know I'm black.
Are you doing white face?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what clowns do, right?
Oh, yeah, and I want to get I want to see if I can get 4 other people to do that with me, so I can create like there's a video I want to do, like a funny like dance video of us walking into the stadium. So I have this all planned. My content's planned out for 0-4, so I'm not rooting for it.
Yeah, you're rooting for it.
I'm not rooting for it because my God, this is not the year to start 0-4. Not after what you did last year. But
not after Shad Khan saying to the cameras, Jags media, and the entire roster that was like there before the season, like in training camp, saying this is the best roster the Jacksonville Jaguars have ever assembled.
I will have that.
We're 0-2.
If he means that, then Doug should be fired.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's on paper. Looks good. Like the offense on paper should be really good, which is so frustrating when you have first and goal from the 2 or second and goal from the 2, and we get field goals on each when we have Evan Ingram. Well, we didn't have Evan Ingram, but Brian Thomas Jr., Christian Kirk, who's fucking invisible. Gabe Davis, Travis Etienne, like, oh man.
And Brian Thomas Jr. is running wide. It feels like every play. He's like the best wide receiver we've ever drafted. I feel like
he's been good.
That deep ball to him made me feel things that I haven't felt here in a while. We just haven't had that guy.
Yeah,
was able to do that.
He is.
That was beautiful.
He is him. But
that was one of very few highlights from that game. God, that was that was just going in. We're like, we're not losing this. Like
we've done that so many times
to Deshaun Watson
in Trevor Bank
on a day that Everbank, like what a terrible promotion that was by them. On a day where Everbank changes its name to Trevor Bank, We lose to Deshaun Watson. There is no way that's happening. Well, welcome to Jags football.
And everybody said it was going to happen too.
And then I think about like going into that game, I was like, you know what? Like, remember the Patriots organization? This would be a game that you wouldn't even question. Like they wouldn't even be close. That when they were, I mean, obviously Bill Belichick and Tom Brady is hard to compare to, but what does it take to get something like that? Where you're like, you're a serious organization that you know you have the talent and you just handle business when you're supposed to handle business. Haven't had that in a while.
A coach that's not fucking his offensive coordinator.
Oof, that's serious allegations, but could be true. Also, I saw people like saying that Bill Belichick could be the next head coach if Doug is fired, and like, no thanks. I think the game is like, I know he has so many Super Bowls, but I feel like the game may have passed him by.
Changed.
And we need like
somebody young.
Like just I feel like he jumped the shark when he named a defensive coordinator and offensive coordinator. Like
Matt Patricia.
Yeah, I feel like we need like offensive minded. But any other takes from the game?
No, not from the game.
Can I transition to something related?
Yeah.
I wrote in the notes underneath the Panthers Chargers, like, can we compare where the Panthers are right now to like the lowest point of the Jags? Like there's some similar, like I wanted your guys' take on like, do you think that where they are now is as bad? Because like they've had the number 1 overall pick back-to-back years. So have you guys in recent history.
That
like,
trade, like they got to be this has got to be the lowest any franchise has ever been.
Like even worse than your back-to-back.
Yeah, our back-to-back, like we had the first time we had Trevor Lawrence to look forward to, so we knew we were gonna get a quarterback.
And then the second time you had Trevor Lawrence, so it's like I know, although that was a bad rookie year, but like you still had hope.
Second year. Oh, Urban Meyer.
Yeah, like clean slate.
So that was like entertaining because we had Urban Meyer. That was just a shit show.
Yeah,
and crazy.
And we knew during that season, we knew it was going to be done quick. Yeah. So we knew a new coach was coming in, and we had Trevor. But
so it was more.
That was tough though, and Trevor didn't get benched.
Yeah,
and
that's a whole new layer to it, right?
The fact that you know that like, and we knew that like Trevor was showing signs that he would be our franchise quarterback. Like Bryce Young showed almost like nothing, so he got benched. And then also, not only that, you're seeing the guy that you didn't take turning into a top 5 quarterback in the league.
Right.
And you saw everything that you traded away to get the guy that you got in front instead of him. This has got to be the lowest point that any fan base has ever been in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Not over like a 10 year
period. I would say that's the difference is they're experiencing this hell right now in this short amount of time. We've had it for decade plus. Like we just got our first back-to-back winning seasons for the first time since like 2004 or 5 with Doug. Panthers were in a Super Bowl with Cam Newton.
True.
And throwing to Kelvin Benjamin. Trevor would never be in the Super Bowl throwing to Gabe Davis as his wide receiver 1 as of right now. Who was their coach when?
Ron Rivera.
Yeah. But yeah, I can't feel sorry for any fan base that sucks now that has been to a Super Bowl recently. And I know that gets wiped from people's minds because every new season comes very quickly. But at least you know what it feels like.
But like go to Super Bowl?
Yeah, I was about to ask, is that
I'd say win a Super Bowl, but go to Super Bowl is tough. Like think about like what we were talking about a couple minutes ago, just like you guys got to like taste it. Imagine like going all the way to Super Bowl and like tasting that and then being like this. It's like even more extreme.
They got bad fast after that.
I mean, it's...
so did us. So did we after 2017.
I have a theory that TJ Watt started that.
Oh, jeez. Of course you do.
Well,
started what?
Started the Panthers' true demise.
Okay.
Because in 2018 on Thursday Night Football, he sacked Cam Newton and messed up his shoulder, and I think that was kind of the downfall. It never really been the same after that. He's kind of out for the season after that. And then, 2019, he
I
just.
hate TJ Watt.
That's kind of how I'm feeling right now about the terrible towel thing. So
True.
the Steelers
I
are
hate the
just
Steelers organization.
Steelers are just league wreckers.
Oh,
Shouldn't
so
have messed the towel, guys.
great segue to a question that I wrote down to ask Jack after I asked him. So Jack said when we were shitting on Trevor in our group chat, he's like, I'll trade you Fields for Trevor. And duh, you would. But why don't stick up for Trevor a little more? Would you trade TJ Watt for Trevor Lawrence?
No.
Okay. You would not. So you think you can get further this year with your current team than you could if you had Trevor as quarterback without TJ Watt?
Definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay.
I
All
can
right.
retract
What
it
is
definitely and
I
just
agree.
go to yes.
so TJ Watt makes okay.
He already won them a game.
He's so good.
All right.
Just think about like the NFL top 100. Like, what's TJ Watt? Like top
Top
five?
five.
Like, I think he went like 6th or 7th, and then like Trevor was what? I don't even know.
What's
He
the
was
best
like 90 something.
Right.
What's the best player on the Steelers you would trade for Trevor Lawrence? That's my question.
Okay. It's tough to say who our second best player is. Probably Minka or Cam. Minka, I guess I'll say. Joey Porter Jr. is really good right now, too. I'll give you the second best, whoever that is.
Okay.
You can choose. Would you choose Minka? Cam? Hayward? I don't know.
I haven't watched enough of your games to know.
Do you have
Probably
any-
one of those.
Do you have any left guards we could have?
Is your
Yeah.
O-line stinking like they did preseason, or are they all right? Because how you 2-0?
The defense, really. The O-line has been
That just doesn't happen in the
good
NFL.
enough. So
Yeah, good enough is the key words.
it is still working things out, and there's been injuries. Our left guard, coincidentally, is coming back probably in 2 weeks. Yeah, it's been good enough. I can talk more about the Steelers if you want me to.
I'm just
Wait, the chat is going off, I think, about this question Andy proposed.
fascinated at your franchise.
I'd love to talk more about it if you want me to. Trevor
Well-
would have the Steelers winning by 20 points. I don't think so. Steelers line is
So
probably...
you don't think Trevor's very good?
I do.
Okay.
I wouldn't go at TJ Watt to get him, though. Like, TJ Watt's a Hall of Famer. Think about that. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Right, but like, what will you win with one defensive player? What do
I
you?
don't
How
know.
you know your ceiling is first round of the playoffs and you're done. What's the
Probably.
ceiling with like Trevor Lawrence, who could like have like a magic year like 2022?
Are there just not enough pieces on the offense for him?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
I mean, what he's throwing to, what he would be throwing to if he were the Steelers quarterback is a lot worse than what he's currently has.
He sucks now.
I mean, the O-line is probably better than what the Jags are right now. But, yeah, I don't know.
Dino told me to check the Dunn and Drew chat and Discord. Why? Oh, what is this?
Trevor anywhere else wins a Super Bowl, period.
Anywhere else is crazy.
Anywhere else?
Jack last year would have said that he'd take Kenny Pickett over Trevor. Come on now. I would not have said that.
Dino's showing me a temperature thermometer.
Oh God.
But like, that's not what mine looks like, Dino. Mine doesn't have like a skinnier end on the end. It's like
Come
one.
on. Pause.
It's like one size, and then at the end, there's like the tip that's smaller, but it doesn't look quite like that.
Well, that's how you use it. You just put it in the meat and then wait for the temperature to like slow down to the number.
Got a lot of comments. Shout out to Tango. We had better plays in 22's pre-snap motion. Trick plays with Doug. I don't know why it's so boring and predictable now. Yeah, I had a lot of people on Twitter complaining about the predictability of our offense and staleness. It does look stale. Maybe their heart's not in it. D-Rex said Panthers ownership is way worse than the Jags too, which is saying
It
a
actually
lot.
is. That owner.
Doesn't
That's
care.
also the start of the demise too. He took over, I think, around that time, and no, he cares too much.
What?
Like he's
too handsy.
yeah.
Mm.
Wow, interesting.
Like I think he's responsible for the Bryce Young pick.
God.
I think reading between the lines of what Canales, their head coach now, said in the press conference, I think the owner is now responsible for benching Bryce Young, which so.
Oh, really?
Reading between the lines, that's what I'm picking up. That
I mean, that would make sense if he's the one because the head coach is new. If he's benching Bryce Young and the owner took him,
right?
That's a way to get
Canales
fired
coming
quickly.
in, he said like, and anyone's gonna say this, and I'm sure he believes it, that like his number one focus this year, his top priority is to like fix Bryce Young and like get him on the right track. And obviously, I don't know, that's not the case. I just think this owner, David Tepper, he's super rich. He's a successful businessman. He doesn't like. He's just too.
That's how I would be.
Impatient.
I wouldn't be able to help myself.
You need the right owner that like. I mean,
I know ball though. So, Shot Khan, I don't know if he knows ball. He actually does not know ball.
Andy is Jags GM. Boy, we'd be a fucking dynasty, big.
Actually, I don't know GM stuff. I just let Twitter make my picks.
You tweet, hey guys, who should we take?
Yeah, I'd be the best owner. Like, hey, we're up. Who do you want? Raw gameplay streams. He said he's a Jags fan. He bought tickets to the Bills game on Monday. He's numb. He doesn't even know if he can wear Jags gear to the game, but he's sure he will.
That's cap.
Shout out to Cody Cold Gaming.
It's just merch.
Shout out to Holden. Holden said he'd trade Dak for Trevor.
Hold in.
Ah,
I don't know. That could be. Yeah, Trevor would probably cook over there.
like he's saying he'd rather have Dak than Trevor.
No, he'd rather have Trevor.
You'd rather Trevor.
He's a Cowboys fan, and he'd rather have Trevor.
Holden said Jax Delulu. We know this. I am so curious. And obviously most Steelers fans would, probably every Steelers fan would keep TJ because they love him. But
you would, if you were in my position, you would.
I would.
So do you?
I would have 10 TJ Watt jerseys.
I know the quarterback's the most important position.
I know,
like,
but I think you have a love for him because he is a future Hall of Famer. But like, if you do lose him, obviously the defense suffers, and then your team is probably, if you add Trevor, you're just the Jags, but with worse offensive weapons. And now what are you?
Yeah.
So I guess you
like
can
think
have fun
about
because you sneak in the playoffs, so it's cute.
Right now, do you think the Steelers have a better chance to win the Super Bowl than the Jags?
No.
You think the Jags have a better chance to win the Super Bowl than the Steelers do?
Yeah.
Only because of the quarterback situation.
Probably the offense as a whole, and I think our defense can sustain. I think defense is pretty good this year.
The Jags defense?
Yeah. I think our ceiling is
higher.
Yeah.
The floor is not higher, though.
No.
Yeah.
So our floor is lose out.
Win 17.
Our floor is probably like win maybe 5 games.
That just won't happen for the Steelers.
But like your defense is too good for that.
Yeah.
So, but I think our ceiling is like we could catch fire. We did it last year, so we could catch fire again. And if this offense gets rolling, like we have all the pieces that it would take to. It sounds crazy to say because of week 1 and 2, but I think we have all the pieces to go to the Super Bowl.
It's not crazy because it happened last year, or 2 years ago.
Oh,
where we started 3-7. 3-7. We're tailgating for the Raiders game.
Right.
Happy. We were happy. I feel like, and
that is crazy. That was the same
playoffs.
season that we. That's crazy.
3-7, and we're like, whatever. We're out here. We do this. So yeah, it's not crazy because it's happened before. I mean, if 2022 never happened, I would call Andy a moron. But because we have that 1 year where same coach, same quarterback, it could happen again. It's just tough to think that's going to happen because it's week 2.
Mm-hmm.
So we do this every fucking year. But let us go 0-4, Pitt. Let us go 0-4.
Holden also said Jack last year. You would have said
I already said this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You would take Kenny Pickett over Trevor? You already said that?
I said no. I would not say that. I did not, and would not say that. And I just said that out loud to you like
Where
5
the
minutes
hell
ago.
was I? Sipping that Casa.
I could talk more. I can defend the Steelers more if you want me to.
No.
No, I seen enough TJ Watt last season where I was like, yeah, y'all got him. Y'all got one. He like wins games. It's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
you guys don't even need to score on offense. He'll just, if you guys got enough points, TJ
Correct.
Watt's out there,
That's correct.
you win. Sack, pass deflection, forced fumble, you name it. You name it.
Jersey Jaguar says he legit can't remember the last time he was this defeated early in the season.
You or him? Oh,
Jersey Jaguar.
Talking about himself.
yeah.
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 Peyton said, "I'll trade anyone for Trevor."
Is he?
No, he's on. I think he'll trade Trevor for anyone. Is what he meant.
That's what he meant.
Oh,
He said it very wrong.
I could be wrong, but I think that's what he meant.
I'll take him.
Just some more venting about other games around the league.
Oh, I got vents about that. I just can't watch football without being pissed.
Bills.
You really can't. We were
Yeah.
watching Monday Night Football last night, and like Bijan Robinson would have like a 7-yard run, and Andy would just be mad.
ETN would never.
I'm like, no other team can do anything.
That's why I can't.
Slightly good without
why I
Andy getting.
It's been my whole football career. I can't watch good football without being pissed if my team sucks. It's like, why can't we do that? It looks so easy.
Yes. Speaking of easy, Bills putting up 30 points back-to-back games.
Bills.
And
How about
these
the
things.
Saints.
Yeah, I'm getting to the rest. It's just because all these analysts and fans or whatever, they talk about these teams expecting them to not do as good, and then the season comes and it's like, hey, fuck you guys. We're scoring 32 here, 34 this week. Carr threw 16 times against the Cowboys, and they had 44 points.
He only threw 16 times. I didn't see that.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, Kamara had 4 touchdowns. That's why.
What is this? Christmas 2020.
2020.
Kyler Murray threw 2 touchdowns to Marvin Harrison Jr. in first quarter right away. Cardinals score 41 points. Like, why? Where are our points? Where are our points?
That's exactly what I think.
We have everyone in this fucking league's got a team or a player on IR. Jags don't. And
we do.
Who?
I mean on offense. I mean on offense. Because these guys are putting up 30, 40 points, like injured players. Fucking, we only lose Evan Ingram. We still have
Our offensive line is perfectly healthy.
20 other
sadly.
people to throw to. Trevor gets sacked 4 times, throws no touchdowns. We can't score in the red zone still. Meanwhile, Derek Carr's throwing up 2 touchdowns to Rashid Shaheed. Who?
I know.
I mean, I've had him 2 years in fantasy, and he's been on my bench. I don't know ball. I'm talking.
So mind blown by the Saints. I haven't seen any of their content, but
Why the YouTuber?
They really do. They only play for clicks.
How many they got on TikTok? Oh,
Everyone who goes to
shit.
game are subscribers, not fans.
but yeah, how are they doing this? How are they putting up 40 points a game, Jack?
I don't have an answer for you. Like I haven't dissected
I saw a
what
Is it just
TikTok 'cause
random?
Derek Carr's good in election year.
True, yeah. Talk about that. That could be explanation.
That's crazy.
2020 had like 101 passer rating, 9 interceptions, 27 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I don't know why that TikTok
When
was
was
on
he
my feed.
drafted? 14?
He drafted in 14, yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or
I thought it was just because they played the Panthers week 1, but obviously the
yeah, that's sort of what I thought. I was like,
Cowboys
oh, the
are
Panthers
a
suck.
solid
Cowboys?
defense. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Who the fuck else?
Who's their coach?
Dennis Allen. Yeah, like he was.
Well, everyone's shitting on their team. Like terrible coach choice.
Something happened. Oh, you took my head. I can't hear anything. That's okay. But everyone like had Dennis Allen on the hot seat. Like he was the first coach to be fired. Like for a lot, probably odds, he was the best odds for that, and not anymore. Not even close.
Not done here. Gardner
Yes, you
Minshew, he led 3 scoring drives in the fourth quarter. Gardner fucking Minshew on the Ravens defense. That pissed me off.
Didn't piss me off.
Why?
Ravens are 0-2.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Bengals are 0-2.
Went over my head.
How do you think
Do you need a second?
Steelers are 2-0? The Bengals and the Ravens are 0-2.
The way it should be.
You don't deserve this.
Why not? I didn't do
You've
wrong.
been good your whole life.
I did good.
Oh my God.
And they're going to beat those other teams as well.
Oh, imagine. Imagine.
We got to capitalize now because the Steelers' second half of our schedule is easily the toughest in the league.
You'll be fine.
You probably use Trevor second half.
Nah.
And then I watched. I mean, I don't hate the guy. I don't think he's a bad quarterback, but just watching Kirk Cousins walk the Eagles down.
Oh yeah.
I was like, once again, another team this weekend that we can't do that. We can't put a drive together and finish in the end zone. And Kirk Cousins just like, floom, Drake London, here you go, Bijan, touchdown, bye Eagles in Philadelphia. It's like, I've got no juice. The Jags can't fire me up without winning. They can't do shit anymore. Because I'm watching all these other teams have success that we are better than on paper. We should be having the same success, and we're just not. And if the Bills score 30 plus on us, I know we're not putting up 30. If somehow we do, then I don't know. The NFL is so weird where like the Bills could just be stunted Monday Night Football and the Jags put up 30. But
Well, it's like us when we played them in London. Like I think the Bills are coming off a crazy, like high scoring game the week before, and Josh Allen just doesn't look good versus us. He doesn't like our Josh Allen. I don't like that he changed his name.
Why?
I don't like
Hines.
Josh Hines Allen. Josh Allen was a lot
Cooler.
And it makes matchups like Monday. I hate that we're on Monday Night Football. I usually freaking love it. If we're 1-1, 2-0, oh my God, what would we be doing?
Watching the game on Monday, as you will.
But like, by like where? How much class in my veins?
If we were 2-0,
Would we be somewhere? Probably here. Probably throw a party.
we would definitely be watching here.
Doing something.
We would probably throw it on live stream.
True.
Yeah.
We could still do it. Chat. Comment if you want us to go live on Monday.
Doesn't matter what you comment, it will not happen.
I'll make it happen.
I haven't watched any Colts games, but Anthony Richardson looks terrible or mid.
Not.
I saw like a 90-second video on Twitter of like bad throws from Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, he had a worse week 2 than week 1. And
Malik Willis won a game.
yeah, that was a shock. But Anthony Richardson, like, it's tough to say he's like just mid because like there's a lot of highs and lows, a little more lows than highs, but yeah, not great right now. But again, you know, it's his
It's the 18th start ever.
right. Yeah, exactly. He doesn't even have 20 starts since high school, so
Man,
he's young and he's got time.
I need to learn to finesse a job like him.
Did you see Nelson?
Nielsen?
No,
Yeah.
Nelson. Their offensive lineman, Nelson.
Quentin Nelson.
Quentin Nelson's
Oh.
block.
I did not. If you have it, I'd love to see it.
Look how nice this block is. It was the guy totally didn't see it coming, and it would have been legal if he just blew him up, I think. But he just lays such a nice block on him. He's just so kind. Hold on, ready?
So kind.
Okay. You'll have to watch it twice for the effect.
Yeah, he could have laid him out.
He just stands there, puts his arms out.
That's so
It's like, it's
clean.
okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay. You're going down. You're going down.
The ref was right there in front of him, so he could have gotten like a blind side, like
He
block
knows.
or whatever.
Oh, is that illegal?
I don't know. Who knows what's illegal nowadays? But
Yeah. He knows
yeah.
he would have been effective just by putting his arms out. So
Right.
that's what he did. That's
That's
how I
very
would have
smart.
played if I was in the league.
you know where he went to school?
It looked like the guy fell with
Notre Dame.
no effort.
Yeah.
Just feeling dropped.
Quentin's a big man. Oh man, how'd you guys feel about that? I'm just going through my Twitter timeline of what I'd retweeted and tweeted. How'd you guys feel about that? Mahomes. Well, I saw a stat after this. Mahomes when he versus the Bengals.
Oh,
I was recovering from waking up from a nap, but 4th down, converts it, but there was holding on the Chiefs, so it comes back. He 4th and like 20 or something. Incomplete, DPI, flag comes out. And then I saw a stat after that saying Mahomes has...
Did you retweet it?
Did I?
It seems you said you were going through your retweets and you brought this up.
No, but this is
I think I saw
related,
the stat too.
Mahomes leads the league in amount of interceptions that are overturned because there was a penalty on the defense or something.
Jeez, that's hella specific.
It just shows that like if Mahomes throws a pick, it's wiped out because a ref throws a flag. Because he's their boy.
I would love to be a fly on the wall in a ref meeting with
Patrick
Goodell.
Mahomes has had 17 interceptions that were called back due to defensive penalty, which is the most in the NFL since 2018.
My memory is crazy.
He didn't have a great game on Sunday.
Yeah, they just find a way. Oh, a great tweet that I think I read
because of the
you.
refs.
I think I read it to you.
You read it to me.
But it was like a screenshot of Kelsey's stat line, like halfway through the game that said like 3 targets, 0 catches, 0 yards or whatever. And someone said, I know this motherfucker gonna convert 3 key 3rd downs in the playoffs, and I'm gonna want to kill myself. Because that's just what Kelsey does. And let's stay on the Chiefs real quick because this is a great tweet that I retweeted. This is a headline. Brittany Mahomes questioning her support of Donald Trump after his blistering takedown of Taylor Swift left her shaken to the core.
What?
Is that true? What?
It was quoted.
Did they interview her?
Brittany Mahomes is deeply bothered by Donald Trump's very public attack on our close friend Taylor Swift, according to sources who claim the Kansas City Chiefs WAG is questioning her support for the former president.
Yeah. Wait, was that a real tweet where Trump said, I hate Taylor Swift in all caps?
It was like on his Truth Social.
Is he still banned on Twitter?
No, he's back.
Yeah, that's
But he gets more love on his app.
Oh, I wonder why.
But it's just so funny, shaken to the core.
Speaking of Kelsey, man has 4 receptions for 39 yards this season. And Chiefs are humming.
That's crazy.
My Super Bowl champs.
Rasheed Rice.
Yeah.
And yeah, the
Starting
receiver on IR and their starting running back on IR.
Yeah.
now.
Hollywood Brown.
Bringing back Kareem Hunt.
Who cares?
Hollywood Brown not playing this season.
And what's the corner they lost?
Jarius Sneed to the Titans.
Who cares? It's okay.
They're going to be top of the AFC with Kareem Hunt, Samaje P. Ryan, and fucking Carson Steele.
It's like the Patriots. It's like, is it the So the Patriots had Tom Brady. And it's like no matter who they had in that building, their ability was like elevated insanely. Is that the same? Is that like a thing? If you have the GOAT?
You mean on offense? I mean, those
Both.
teams were definitely in the beginning were predicated off defense.
Yeah, both offense and defense. Like for some reason, Tom Brady was never sacked, although his pocket presence is insane.
He could just stand there. Brady's?
Yeah. The way he would just maneuver the pocket was.
I saw a video of that recently too.
I retweeted one. It's like God mode.
So from a Tom Brady highlights account, and it's like
that accounts.
I could watch him navigate a pocket. Like that is just as sexy to me. Like. As a deep pass, probably.
He always just stayed in it.
He doesn't even lower his eyes. And when I was watching, I was like, man, Trevor would have taken off here. Trevor would have taken a sack here. Like Tom just is staring forward. He can feel people, and he knows where his offensive linemen are. So he'll like step up to the left, right, back, just so like to give his offensive lineman leverage. So that guy is now behind his offensive lineman, so he can block him.
And still deliver a perfect ball.
So jealous. But yeah, is it something about having the current GOAT that like elevates every other player? Because like the Chiefs are so good, and you mentioned the players that aren't performing or that they lost. I don't get it. Again, another thing that pisses me off about watching sports when my team sucks.
Speaking of Brady, did you guys hear that comment he made during the Saints Cowboys game?
I didn't catch any of that broadcast.
Oh, yeah. How did he do?
What did he say? Or do you have a tweet up? Or?
Yeah, I've got the video pulled up. I'll
So
send
they
it to you so
play-
you can play the audio.
Yeah.
So they put Brady on Cowboys 2 weeks in a row. That's,
Yeah, I guess
that's
they did.
original.
So best moment of Tom Brady's young broadcasting career just happened is, and
I can't wait for
and
this.
somebody quote tweeted it with the video. So just play it. I sent it on Twitter. It's about a Cowboys rookie missing a catch, and they ask Tom Brady
What
about.
rookie? Flournoy.
Oh, I don't see the name here.
Oh.
All right, here we go.
Let me ask you this, in that spot, I'm not saying right now, young guy, you're trying to, get that third receiver, build up his confidence.
Yeah.
You go back to him, does that make you trust him less?
Not today. It's actually pretty tough to go back there because you know where he's at and you're saying, God, I'm going to him, and I just can't count on him that he's going to stay on his feet, or he obviously trusts him to do the right thing.
Sure.
But can he make the play? Ultimately, can we go out there and execute? So
He's like, yeah, I wouldn't go back to that guy after
That's cool insight.
I need one of them on my team.
What?
A Brady,
Oh.
the best player of all time.
Yeah,
a dog.
right.
I need one of them.
Just a dog.
I just need someone who's going to win me 6 Super Bowls.
That's all I'm asking for. Because they posted Trevor in his little warm up speech in the circle in the tunnel, and
They
it's like-
did?
yeah, and
That's tough.
it was
So bad.
it wasn't any different from the first time we got one of those. He cussed. That was a start.
Whoa.
They showed it, or they bleeped
They
it.
bleeped it. He said shit.
Oh, Trevor. You can't
I'm surprised you
cuss.
didn't see that. And he was like, "Let's step on their necks."
Whoa.
And he
my
got
God.
violent.
Oh my god!
They did not step on their necks.
They didn't step on shit.
Oh, Sky Hansen did the Deca box.
Yeah, I was watching it. I got excited when he said the Deca box. I'll never understand.
Someone said, real quick, someone quote tweeted said, "This would turn the average European brain into pudding."
It would.
You ain't watching soccer like that.
Why can't they just spread the games out?
Spread what?
The games out.
What do you mean?
Play it. I said it on IG.
Oh, you mean do
Like instead of 10-3, how about we do 6-7, or maybe just 8-5 from the 1 o'clock and the 4 o'clock window.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like East Coast, we're okay going to 4 p.m. games over here. You don't have to
Yeah.
put all the 4 p.m. games on the West Coast.
Right.
Play it.
Play what?
It's on IG.
Yeah, you sending me everywhere.
Sorry, find it first.
What is this? Oh,
It's the pregame
Trevor.
speech to fire you up.
Another opportunity for us. And when we get an opponent right where we want them, like we did last week, finish that. Finish it. Man. Don't give them any room to walk, man. Step on their necks when we get them over the line. And we're missing one today. He can't go. Brady, Luke, pick him up. Pick him up. We're gonna ball out. We gotta pick up. He wants to be out here more than anybody, I promise you. So let's get him right, man. Let's go. Do this for him. Let's ball out. Have a day. Let's go. Jags on 3, 1, 2, 3.
they did not have a day.
Let's ball out, man. Let's put up 13.
Fuck, I want to go, man. I want to go. Imagine if the Jags ever got a goat. Oh my God, you want to hear the end of it? This fan base would be.
Counting the years. What age will we be?
But not how many people get goats? There's been 2
Yeah, right.
teams.
You don't need to
And-
go to a Super Bowl.
You don't.
Okay, let's just say Hall of Famer then. Hall of Fame quarterback.
That's true. You guys got to start somewhere. You only have one.
He's a tackle.
Oh, a great tweet. Get ready to learn a new offensive playbook, Trevor. I tweeted that during the game.
Didn't someone reply with something funny? Say,
No.
wouldn't that be someone who was mad at him? Say, wouldn't that be his first one he's learned?
Oh,
X.
sounds like some gooch would say.
Yeah.
We should go through my tweets again that I do during the game.
True, that's a good recap.
Here's a good one. Hate the chokehold NFL has on me. The Gators marching band at half. What a joke. That was ironic. Like we so bad. We get booed.
That's who that was?
We get booed going into the tunnel. Out comes marching the Gators marching band. You got to be kidding me.
Because I did see a comment from somebody saying the halftime show was so bad.
Oh.
But were they bad, or was it just the Gators marching band that made it funny?
It was the Gators. Let's see if I have any questions from. See, Tua's on IR. Saw he wants to still play.
Yeah, he did say he does not want to retire. I think.
Hey,
Good. I need Waddle points.
Go ahead. I mean, it's free country. If you want to get CTE, he knows what he's doing.
Oh, we'll have it.
But, like, what if do we trust? How can we trust his current decision? What if he currently has CTE and he's making these decisions under CTE? Makes you wonder.
That's for the team doctors to figure out.
Decorate for fall. Oh, I was noting here that I'm gonna decorate for fall to make my life better.
Would it?
It'd make me
It
happier.
would definitely.
Oh, I also
These next 3 months, they lift spirits.
I retweeted this story from the off season.
Fall.
I retweeted this during the game, the Jags game. This is a story that was published in the off season, like right before week 1. Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence doesn't want football to be his identity. The importance of a relationship with God is the focus of his life. Wonder if that was the focus of Tom Brady's life.
Probably not.
The man hated family. It's like football only.
Yeah.
Mahomes, though, he loves his family.
Yeah.
People joke about him. People joke about his family being insufferable, which is why he's so good, because he's always like grinding tape in the weight room. Cody said, I listen to a Trevor pregame hype speech to go to sleep every night.
That's good.
Alex Suss, about time you joined us.
Hey.
Good evening, gentlemen, he says.
What up, sus?
Oh, we gonna do voicemails? He sent me a video.
Oh, a video.
Oh, yeah, we do have voicemails in the cord.
Really? Without even soliciting for him?
We solicited.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I see people aren't listening to my directive where you don't talk in this channel. You only send voice messages.
You don't have much pull. Sorry.
Makes it so much easier for me. Or harder.
What?
All right, let's listen to some.
I'm gonna see. The first one is
The first one's. I see Nick Sweat in here from.
that was from the game day.
That's right before game. It'd be funny to listen to this because I know he was confident.
For the game today, down there in Jacksonville, beautiful, overcast and 80-degree weather for perfect Sunday for some football. I'm expecting a low-scoring affair to defensive teams. Right now, I'm regarding the Jags as a defensive team. I'm expecting kind of a barnstormer here, man. I don't know what to
Make up your mind.
what to expect. Like BTJ has that big playability, but I don't know like we're gonna be able to do it. I got a score prediction of 17-9 today. The Jags taking it in an ugly one. Tank Bigsby touchdown today. And then maybe like a Trevor Lawrence keeper touchdown today. I don't know. I don't know what to expect today, man. But that's my prediction. So I'm excited to see how fucking wrong I am. So go Jags.
And then he commented dead wrong prediction. I mean, I don't think he's dead wrong. It was an ugly game and low scoring. So you just got the team that won wrong.
And we didn't score touchdowns, but
What up, Dunn?
No.
hello.
I'm gonna play the Jags rants that Jack has.
Did that second file I sent you, is that work when you click it?
What is this?
Click
Which
that
one?
file. Is it work? The file.
There's
Yeah,
two of them.
Yeah. Does that work?
I'm not able to click it.
All right. I'll try some too.
You just play it in your microphone.
But just you can play the video first. If you
Okay.
want, from Alex.
He's about to get us copyright struck.
Yeah, Drake will have you shut the fuck down.
Okay, here, I'm going to fast forward to when he's talking.
Alex Uszczynski calling in from Charlotte, North Carolina. I was going to call in this week, but Jack asked me to. So y'all are getting a video message. Jags are the definition of insanity. If if you look up the definition of insanity, it's doing something over and over again, expecting different results. And that's what it is. We expect to go in and things to change, and they just never do. We've talked about it in the chat and coerced, and didn't want to speak on it, but I will.
Speak on it, Alex.
First and goal from the 2, field goal. Second goal from the 2, and my understanding of the penalty of illegal motion is a player that starts in motion and is in motion when the ball is snapped, but he is moving towards the ball or towards the line of scrimmage. Jack, correct me if I'm wrong, was Dearness Johnson moving towards the line of scrimmage? Please let me know. Anyways,
I'll have to review the tape.
Field goal again. Little missing a field goal, which would have led the game tied. I understand there may have been some wind, but you're a professional. Like, you can see the mediocrity of kickers in college football, but in the NFL, we expect you to make a field goal inside the 40. I mean, I just don't understand. At least Trevor acknowledges that we suck and we need to get better, but his pocket presence is abysmal. I personally think Brenton Strange should have caught that ball, and I do think the change in Ingram from being in the game plan to being out did affect us in some way from a play calling standpoint, but not to the point that we had. Brenton Strange did ball out, but I do think he should have caught that ball at the end of the game. Line is atrocious. I don't know how we go from being able to stop the Dolphins, a high-octane offense, and now we can't shut down one of the worst 5 quarterbacks in the league. But Trevor needs to be in this list now until further notice. I'm not out on Trevor. I think he'll do a lot better if he gets some help on the line, but he needs to get better as well. I am out on Doug and Press. I haven't seen any post-game interviews or anything, but until one of them steps up and takes accountability for what's going on. But yeah, as I was saying, until Doug Peterson steps up, throws Press Taylor under the bus, whatever it may be, we will continue to look like the most incoherent and worst coach team in the NFL. And I'd rather look like the Panthers, who everyone knows they suck, than look like the Jags, where we should be good, but we suck. And we're healthy, which makes it all worse with everyone getting injured. But we're supposed to own the Bills. We're getting blasted next week, 0-3. Then the Texans, we're getting blasted again, 0-4. And do we get a win against the Colts? I don't know. I see our ceiling as 5-12, maybe 6-11 this year, but it's unfortunate. But on to the bright side of things in college football, 71-0 win for Tennessee against Kent State.
I love college football, so much fun. We were supposed
to do, dominated on every side of the ball, and I'm high on this team. We go into Norman, Oklahoma next week, college game day, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, Oklahoma versus Tennessee. And I'm nervous, but I'm confident in my boys. We've known to give up games like this in the past when we're in the spotlight, but Nico is running the offense beautifully. Our defense, we finally have a good defense for the first time, and I don't know how long. We've given up 13 points all year. We've covered every spread all year. And my lock of the week, entry on Prize Picks, if it shows up, Dylan Sampson, 1 touchdown. Go ahead and take that. But yeah, looking forward to being with all you in 2 weeks. Can't wait to pick up some goodies for all you. And
please,
yeah,
I need
go
it.
Dunn and Drew.
Sweets are the only thing that like lift me up outside of drinking sometimes. Alcohol and sugar.
Pickleball.
We just don't acknowledge this.
Alcohol. It's sad. It's sick.
Fall.
Friends. Fall.
Candles.
Cookies. Ambiance music on YouTube.
Bonfire.
Camping. Yeah.
Lake.
I could go on. But mainly alcohol. Alex, listen to Alex's gambling advice. He's pretty good. Although it's Prize Picks. So
he only gave us one player, so we need a second.
Yeah, you need to pair that with someone on Prize Picks. Great takes. Takes I think we have.
We covered.
I think he's echoing those.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. But he did bring up Prize Picks. Do we want to? I know Jack's been grinding.
Yeah, I've been winning. Not just grinding. I've been winning on Prize Picks. I'm rich.
How you been doing? Got any plays that you could share with anyone?
Not anything open right now, but
Because the weekend's over.
right. But I went off. Oh, Breece Hall is discounted pretty
Fuck.
by a lot.
Always miss it. Always place it too early. Jeez.
Rush yards is at 48.5.
So Jack's had a lot of wins lately. I've had all losses. Remember when I had $1,000 in my bank? I have 200 now.
And what do you have to show for it?
Not much.
It's a lot.
So I
compared to me.
lost. Oh man, I lost a bad one. Oh.
I'm writing you.
I had
What?
I had a nice 2-pick entry on Sunday with
Yes, TJ Watt and Burrow.
Bruh.
TJ Watt.
Kill yourself. I said that was a good one. Your best one.
Yeah.
Bruh, how do I do a 6-picker and don't get one?
Oh my God.
I'm sick.
That 5 pick I had with Trevor's rush yards, I got my money back since I got 4 of them right. So
Okay. Nice.
I'm in the green, baby. Oh, it was a 6 pick. You get 5 right on a 6 pick, you get your money back. And Trevor had that one stupid ass run for like 30 yards. As the pocket collapsed, he took off. It was wide open.
Longest run of his career.
And that ruined my Prize Picks entry for $500. If he just didn't run, I would be sitting here talking about how I won 500. But instead, 20. I'll take that. Where am I going to take that to? Electric bill?
Matt Mack wants us to trade the entire next year's draft for offensive linemen because he says the defense looks good. Just fix the damn offense. And it probably really is just the O lineman. Like we look silly sometimes on the line.
Mm-hmm. I do have a Thursday entry. It's Jacoby Brissett, less pass yards, and Garrett Wilson, more receiving. Just a clean little 2-pick.
Who's playing?
Jets,
The
Patriots.
2 teams you mentioned.
Who did you mention?
Jacoby Brissett and Garrett Wilson.
Caleb Williams is a free square again this week. Every week there's given free
Yeah,
squares.
it's always
for Caleb.
Caleb.
Yeah, it's to entice you. Play
I'm
some
enticed.
entries.
Do you believe in
Santa? I'm drunk, bro.
Do you believe when what's Houston's quarterback's name?
CJ Stroud.
When CJ
Oh my God, dude. What is that? That's
When you pour half a glass of Casa,
that's crazy.
your brain gets a little jumbled.
He said CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud said to Caleb after the game, he's like,
I saw that.
"You're gonna
Yeah.
be really good. You got everything
Well, bro.
it takes." He said, "No, don't go. No, come here." He said, "I got something to tell you, CJ. You're not him yet.
We're like the same age.
Kind of.
Been
It is.
1 fucking year." Did CJ play well?
Yeah.
Nico Collins had like over 100 yards receiving, if I believe.
Okay.
Low-key, he throwing a mailman. These
No, it's
aren't like names that are like
Devon
Diggs, Tank Dell, Nico Collins. It's probably
John Diggs not even top
He's
receiver
a
on the team.
Babe.
Nico Collins is.
Nico. I think CJ Stroud has like
Dalton
a
Schultz.
top 5 receiving core he's throwing to in the entire NFL.
Talk to him. Talk to him.
Mailman.
I can't play these. I can't play these files.
I just played on my microphone.
God.
This is Mitch.
Oh boy.
Damn, hit up all the daddies.
He just likes hearing our pain.
Kind of.
What's up, guys? It's Mitch from Milwaukee. I just sent a fucking long voice message, but I listened to it. Couldn't hear a word I was saying. I was like, sweet. But that's just fitting for life right now. Anyway, fucking hate the Jacksonville fucking piece of shit garbage ass Jaguars. I'm the only non-delusional fucking fan apparently in the world. You guys are coming around, but not Jack. Apparently he loves Trevor. Fucking have him, Jack. Fucking score more field goals. You won't even score field goals. You'll just get turnovers in the fucking red zone. You should be blessed to have Justin Fields, but whatever. Yeah, the Trevor's ass. Just a fucking expensive piece of shit on our roster. And And then to go along with that, we just fucking watch Aiden Hutchinson get 4.5 sacks. We're never, ever going to see that from fucking Trayvon Walker. Not that that even matters. I don't even fucking care. Christian Kirk fucking sucks. I wear his jersey every week for what? Pretty sure he has -1 yards in the season. I don't even think that's an actual true stat. I just think that. I don't know why. Fuck Evan Ingram. I wear his jersey. What does he do? And I draft him in all my fantasy leagues. Guy just catches one ball last week for 2 yards, and then he just gets hurt 10 seconds before the game starts this week. I just can't believe it. He catches 2 touchdowns in the preseason. This team is just. Why do they have to get our hopes up? We waited since fucking February to watch this team. Not February. We do not play in February. We'll never see a game from the Jacksonville Jaguars in February. But December to September, and they've done nothing besides regress. We have a fucking stud rookie wide receiver. Like, wow. If you told me that he was a stud, I'd be so fucking happy. And guess what? We still don't have a fucking quarterback. Give me Blake Bortles. Give me fucking Baker Mayfield. Fucking anyone. I'm just so fed up with this fucking team. I'm not even going to travel to away games this year. That's what I look forward to all year. I don't even fucking want to go. What am I going to do? Go to Buffalo and just get fucking heckled because we suck dick? Guys, I just don't know about the Jags anymore. Everything's just so fucking bad. Well, love you guys. Have a good pod. It's already 2 minutes. Holy shit. I think I honestly could go on for an hour straight, just nonstop about things that are wrong.
12 more seconds.
I forgot to even mention Doug Peterson, which is just crazy to say out loud because he's a huge problem. Please fire Doug Peterson.
Thank you, Mitch, from Milwaukee.
It's wild.
We got to start with him.
That this is how we are. Week 2. Like, we have been waiting since January, and it's over, is what a lot of fans think. Jack, react to his, as an outsider, like, as an outsider looking in, like, how would you therapize?
We'll give it to him.
Therapize?
I don't know. What would you say to Mitch to make him feel better?
Well, I could say what I actually said to Mitch, I guess, in our group chat, that Doug Peterson should not be fired. I mean, looking at it, you mentioned it earlier, it's the first time the franchise has had back-to-back winning seasons in 2000 whatever.
I just pulled silver linings out of my ass.
I think it was around then. I don't know, but he won a Super Bowl in the past 7 years. Looking at the past couple years, he took over, as I mentioned earlier, a team that went back-to-back worst team in the league and took them immediately to the playoffs and won the division. Followed up another winning season, which last year was not what you guys hoped, the ending, but you guys were sitting as the 1 seed in,
10 minutes
in December, right? It was beginning of December that the Bengals game, and then Trevor got hurt and the season fell apart after that. It was November maybe, but I don't really have much of an excuse for Doug this year. These past 2 games,
correct.
But I don't think it's fair to put him on the hot seat right now. Like, there's a lot worse options at this point. But I mean, the season could go poorly, and I could change my mind at the end of the season. But I mean, as of right now, he deserves a little bit of respect, I'd say, for Doug. Which I'm going to comment on other things. I could defend Trevor more.
I wish Doug just gave me something at the podium. He just looks checked out. That's why it's hard to defend him currently, because he seems like he has the same energy as the fan base right now.
Yeah,
which is not what you want to see in a coach.
Mm-hmm.
And that is going to trickle down into the team.
Right.
So just like, don't do press conferences if that's what you're going to be like.
We've gotta. You can't just look how bad that would be if he just declined and didn't.
It's like, yeah, I ain't want to talk to you guys.
It's literally in his contract. He has to do it.
M. Derry said he went to the playoffs with Urban Meyer's team.
That should be a compliment. Is that trying to be a dig on Doug Peterson? I think that's tip your cap to that. That's tough.
Man, That's. I don't think my life will ever be top from last year.
2022.
That was fucking good too. But last year, that back-to-back New Orleans and Pittsburgh.
True.
Your life or your fandom?
Life.
Fandom, I guess. But
I'm sure there will be better moments.
Nothing will top Chargers playoff game. But
true. Yeah, that's wild.
But the Steelers and Saints game back-to-back last year, like away trips with friends, traveling, seeing you play, that it doesn't get better than that in fandoms. We got very lucky back-to-back years, so whatever. I just wish I could bottle up that feeling and feel it whenever I wanted and not have to suffer through what we're going through now. And looks like we'll continue to suffer because next caller is from Houston.
Oh, nice.
And he's a Texans fan, so.
There's another one from Texans fan, too, so.
Fuck. Here we go.
What up, Jack?
Hey, Andy. Yeah, how you doing, big head?
It's Hunter from Houston. Andy was talking shit about his fantasy team.
Hold on. When was I talking shit about them? All I was saying was that mine was good. And they're acting like I was just belittling them. I didn't even know who I was playing. Hunter, I don't even know who you are. They acted like this, and I said this in the Discord, this reeks of like the Bills beating the Chiefs in the regular season, and they're going to get beat by them in the playoffs. Like, I just won the Super Bowl. I just won the fantasy. Look, right here. I'm the GOAT. Daddy's Fantasy League champion with a GOAT on top. Like, playing me in week 2, like, this is, congrats. You just won your Super Bowl. You're not doing anything in the playoffs, but let's hear you brag about it for a second.
Saying he didn't need to worry. Yeah, he had a chain go off. He lost. Yep, he lost 149 to, I don't even know. I quit checking in the afternoon games.
Did I have
people said Team Rocket didn't have to worry, but
no, they did.
I mean, that we were sweating. I can't even speak. I'm high as fuck.
Oh.
Yeah, no, not sweating. Now that I'm saying this, though, we're going to lose. But other than that, Texans 2-0. I'm hype about that. Played ugly against Chicago, though. To be fair, Chicago has a great defense. Knew that going into it. But Tank shouldn't be dropping 50-yard touchdowns. Cam Akers shouldn't be fumbling on the 1-yard line. Man looked like ETN out there. But other than that, I mean, life's good. Nah, I mean. But yeah, miss you guys. Still miss Charlotte looking back on that. But other than that, love you guys. Hope you enjoy the podcast, and the Texans are going 3-0. Thank you. Bye. Love you.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I was going to say. I was like,
what's up? Bubba Brooks calling in from the Outer Banks. This time, not Virginia. Life is good. On vacation.
Why is everybody's
Stuff in
life
my
good?
Face like an absolute pig. Steelers 2-0. Offense is still garbage. Defense is elite. And we move on. I mean, not much else to say. Life is good. Hope y'all have a good pod. Love y'all. Bye.
Thanks.
like, life's good.
Thanks, Bubba.
Hope you enjoy the pod. Your team sucks. That's what they all feel like.
Oh, no. Peyton voicemail.
Oh, God.
God damn, this team fucking sucks. This team makes me want to kill myself. Fuck, this team is such a disappointment in life. Ugh.
Granted,
the gasps.
Great context. This is 30 hours after the game. So it sounds like he's recording this right after the game, but this is like 30.
God, Trevor Lawrence, get him out of the game. Put our fucking backup in. Well, he'll be doing a better job than this shitty-ass quarterback we have right now. God, the only game we're going to win is Buffalo.
That's a great roast.
The only
so much dick. Fucking hell.
So much dick.
Yeah, I ran about this team a lot. Fuck. But anyways, I do love this team. They may not make me kill myself one day, but I do love this team. Go Jags. Also, fuck you, Hunter.
Oh.
And fuck you, Jim.
Jim.
Wiz. Oh, good stuff.
Bro. That kid's funny.
Tonight for Toledo, and they are 4 for 4 in the red. Shoot again.
This is towards me.
Open. Jerron Newton. Holy Toledo.
How many times that has been said?
Shocking Mississippi State in Starkville.
They supposed to be SEC? They supposed to be SEC? 41-17, your Toledo Rockets. Catch me this Saturday in Bowling Green, Kentucky, when the Toledo Rockets take on Western Kentucky. Possible letdown spot. They got a nasty QB. I think it's going to be a good game. Making the trip. Wouldn't miss it for the world, baby.
The world.
Do you know? Go Rockets.
Hey, you have a good broadcaster voice.
He does.
I was going to say I apologize. Oh, I already did say I apologize because I roasted fucking Ohio teams outside of Ohio State, and his team put up 41.
On Mississippi State?
Yeah.
Wow.
SEC team, although they haven't been great recently, but still, it's still, you still did that, and they're undefeated.
Is that all you have to say to NY?
Yeah, because I apologized already. Last week when he was roasting me for Bowling Green versus Penn State, because we struggled against them.
All right, here's Jim, who Peyton referenced earlier.
What's up, Dunn and Drew? It's Wiz from Houston. Can y'all give MLB playoff predictions this week? Talk about a real sport that actually matters, unlike the 0-2 Jags for once. But how about them Texans? All right.
Cutting him off because he is a Cowboys fan who is cosplaying as a Texans fan.
We got some
switch
characters.
up you can't switch up like that.
Yeah, that's
just because you're in the same state and
That's wild.
your buddy's a Texans fan.
That is wild. I'm not letting him switch up. People in the Discord, especially Texans fan Hunter, let him switch because it's his team, but that's not happening on Dunn and Drew. Here's Nick Sweet's follow-up voicemail. He's the one that incorrectly predicted the Jags game.
This team, man, same old Jags, bro. This offensive line, abysmal. Pick any offensive play and rewatch the highlights and just pause it at any random moment. You'll see Ezra Cleveland blocking nobody. Yeah, I mean, they miss their block. They stand there. They turn around and watch Trevor get sacked. What am I watching, dude? We had max protect. They had a 4-man rush, and 2 guys couldn't block 1 guy. Trevor gets sacked. Same shit happened on the safety.
Oh yeah, the thing is about to talk about the safety. Like, it's critical drive, and we have 2 players that get a shot at blocking 1 guy. The first guy misses, the second guy misses. How the fuck?
This team is terrible. Everyone's wondering who's calling the plays. I'm thinking, who the hell drew this play up? Like, what are we doing? A double move on our own 2-yard line after the offensive line hasn't been blocking a soul all day? What are we doing? We're staring 0-4 in the face, about to go into Monday night on primetime looking like this, man. This is fire Doug. Fire him. Clean house. Just clean house. Because honestly, I've been hearing like either Doug's been calling for O-line for 2 years, or Trent's been calling for O-line for 2 years, or someone's been wanting O-line, and either Trent or Doug's been saying, no, we don't need it. I don't know who, but that's the rumor mill right now, and it's freaking ridiculous. Taking an L in a stadium named after our franchise quarterback to a really bad person and Deshaun Watson. That's the lowest I've ever been right now. I'm at an all-time low right now.
Week 2.
We knew that when it was called. We didn't get a comment on the pod because it wasn't announced till after we recorded last week, but we knew that naming the stadium Trevor Bank was bad news.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when you sent it, I was like, I guess I should have thought about it for a second before I replied. I was like, is that are they like actually renaming the stadium? But still, I think it's a little
just a cute little ad they wanted to do with Trevor.
And as Everbank, like your brand took a hit Sunday.
Yeah, like I've said
Probably,
before in
yeah.
here, I've only seen one Everbank. What do they call them? Fuck.
bank.
No, there's another word.
Ad, sign,
Building.
building,
But I like to work on my vocab, but
Bank.
the word's escaping me.
Establishment.
No, it's okay. You guys get
brick
it.
and mortar.
But yeah, I'm never opening an Everbank card
No.
or account ever.
And every time I hear that brand now, I'm going to immediately think Trevor Bank, and it's going to bring back a rush of negative emotions. So I think they must, in their marketing team, they don't watch football. They don't know the trend of the Jags can't do cheeky things like this and get away with it. They tried it, blew up in their face, and I hope they pay for it. Nick has another comment.
Love the pod, though. Keep it up, guys.
That was
Thanks.
it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ah, fuck.
Who's next?
You
Texans.
dread all these voicemails.
Texans.
What's up, Dunn and Drew? It's Dino from Houston once again, City of
scared.
Winners.
I'm
I
scared.
paused it because I was about to say, I predict this to go humble to like spit in our face, braggadocious, but it sounds like he's starting braggadocious.
City of Champions.
He's 2-0 now.
I don't know what to say. I think we should have blew out the Bears more than what we did. We should have been giving them standing sharp strokes on them Michelle, but defense kind of did that to Caleb. But offense kind of was lackluster in the second half. So hopefully with time, everyone will get clicking, and I think this team's going to be super dangerous. I got my buddy Owen here. He wanted to say something to you.
Oh, God.
Give a shout out to Owen real quick.
Oh, no.
0-2, you fucking losers.
I knew that was coming. Oh, my God. What can we say?
Nothing.
We just have to bend over and take it.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Like Michelle. That's my Michelle. That's wild.
That
Shannon
video
Sharp
was,
shit.
yeah, that is wild. I saw someone tweet like, you have to press like 4 buttons to go live on Instagram.
Yeah.
It's on ESPN the next day.
Yeah,
they didn't discipline him at all.
No. Because no face, no case.
I guess so.
It is crazy. And then he's just talking about it in his pod. And
Right? His pod is getting like absolute crazy numbers. Ever since Cat Williams' interview, like he's just soared.
Yeah.
Because that was like
Yeah.
February, I think, January, February this year. And now he does this stunt, and it's just taking it to another level. Crazy.
what do you,
Ocho Cinco is funny as hell, too, though.
why did that Cat Williams thing blow up? I can't remember.
Because he was like roasting every single person in the industry of LA.
Okay. All right, next.
Well, boys, it was a rough one this last week. Not gonna lie. Jared Goff got me wanting to break my TV with them interceptions, man. Just paid that man over $50 million for him to go out there and do that. But you know what? Not even all his fault. Dan had a little slip up. No way we should have lost that game to the Buccaneers, but all credit. But I'm not gonna lie, Baker out there saucing my starting linebacker up was pretty hard to watch. That man.
Did Dan Campbell cry? In the
Sounded like
postgame?
he did.
Because
He's a big crier. I like his
because he
emotion.
said it was on him. Like everyone wanted to fight, but
on their head coach.
It was because of him.
He was talking third person all the time.
Oh,
He said
really?
It's on their head coach. Their head coach
Oh my
cost them
God.
today.
And I don't get. This is another thing about football. Like Lions, I guess the football is just closer competitively than I give it credit for.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, the Lions, well-oiled machine. Hutchinson had 5 sacks in quarter one or first half.
Yeah.
And they lost. And I didn't see the Lions losing this game ever. But the Bucks, they get a quarterback that the Browns didn't want, and now he's great in Tampa. I don't understand that, but yeah, some things I'm just not understanding this year.
I think the Bucks defense is kind of underrated too. So he did pick Goff off twice. He didn't have any touchdowns thrown. He threw like
55 times.
55 passes.
Yeah.
And he got nothing going, which is crazy to me.
So what do the Bucks have going for him? Gerald McCoy back? Like what's on their line? What's going on in their Levante David?
Rondé Barber, boy.
Todd Bowles, I guess you can credit him. He's defensive coach. You want to put it on him? I don't know. They lost a few guys that I thought to be a lot worse.
Is Antoine Winfield out?
No, I think he's healthy.
Or isn't there starting corner on IR?
They lost in the offseason, Carlton Davis and Devin White was gone last year, but I mean, it's a mystery to me too. And they weren't like lights out week one. They let that offense of the Washington offense scored, ended up getting like 3 touchdowns off them, but
yeah,
it was a blowout.
But Baker did have 4 of his own.
It was like a 17-point game, didn't matter, but great game against. This game I want to rewatch. I haven't rewatched it yet, but to limit
rewatch
that
is crazy.
Yeah, red zone is the most I do. I ain't rewatching a game.
I got my NFL Plus to do the 40-minute condensed versions. It's great.
If I was 2-0, maybe I'd think about it.
I would. Actually, I would. I would have rewatched the red zone that I missed for being at the game Sunday. Anyway, go ahead.
That's all I had.
Another one I don't understand is the Vikings beating the Niners.
Yeah.
The Niners after last week, like, there wasn't a better team. They're just a unit. Like, everything works. They have so many good players. Everything works perfectly together. How do they lose the Sam
Darnold revenge game?
Yeah.
Could have been a factor.
I saw someone say, like, did they let the wrong quarterback walk this offseason? I mean, obviously they can't even let Purdy walk.
That defense is so good. Like, how is
Purdy had
in the Vikings? Like, would Kirk Cousins and the Vikings have done this?
Yeah, I don't know.
The Niners?
I don't know. Beat the Eagles.
I don't get it, man.
Purdy looked like he had a solid day too.
I'll continue his voicemail. Just want to.
Oh yeah, I forgot we were in the middle of voicemail.
Express my
Had a man on ice, and that was rough.
They keep coming.
But you know what? It's all good. Week 2 overreactions. We ain't got to deal with that. We gonna be fine.
We do.
We had some bullshit like this last year, and then we went on a run. So you know what? Lions gonna be good. All gonna be good. A little quick shout out though to another Detroit team, those Tigers. If you haven't seen, they're making that playoff push. Jack might have seen that. Jack, shout out to you if you noticed. But
did you notice?
It's all good. Like I said, we gonna be fine.
I know they're
I ain't gonna overreact. We still coming from the NFC, and I hope y'all boys have a good time. Also, quick shout out, Jags fans. I need y'all to win this so y'all can shut up Matt, please. If you know, you know. That man been talking way too much. Y'all have a good week though. Good night. It's been Charles.
It's been Charles.
Matt is up. He didn't send a voicemail in, but he's like brand new to fantasy. 2-0 in our league, has the most points, and his Bills are 2-0.
What's his team look like on fantasy?
Josh Allen, who only had 9 points, and he still scored 183 points.
He scored 183?
Yeah. Malik Neighbors, Marvin Harrison Jr., who had all those touchdowns. Alvin Kamara, who scored 4 touchdowns.
Okay, I get it. I understand.
He said, I'm done. I'm done.
I understand.
I'm just glad I don't play him next. He's kind of frightening.
Is he?
And it's funny because when we were drafting, I specifically pointed out his team and said it was the worst one. I think mostly because of Neighbors. Like, I was so low on Neighbors, and he had 10 receptions this past game for like 120-something yards.
Wow. There were 3 receivers. Marvin Harrison, Neighbors went to the Giants. Who was the third?
The third receiver drafted was Roma Dunze.
Where's he?
Bears.
Oh. How's he doing?
Bad week 1, he had 1 catch, and then week 2 on Sunday Night Football, I don't remember. He had 2 catches.
Bears offense is kind of
they're struggling.
Not great right now. Hope it lasts in London.
What's up, y'all? This is Daniel from Iowa. Yeah, man, I guess the Vikings are nice. What the fuck happened there? Like, I did not see that coming. Did not see us beating the 49ers, but yeah, we did it. I don't know. Like, we got some key guys out. Like Addison missed the game. We still have Hawkinson who's out. Jefferson went out in the third quarter. I think he'll be good for next week. But like, I think all it comes down to is we're a very well coached team on both sides of the ball. With KOC running the offense, and then we have Flores running the defense. I mean, I that's just what it's got to be. I mean, we have Sam Darnold at QB. It's just I would have never seen this start coming, but happy to see that. You got the Texans coming into town this week. College football, Iowa State had a bye week, so nothing to talk about there. Yeah, I talked about it a little bit on the last voicemail, but Bryce Young sucks. Got benched for Andy Dalton in 2024, which is a wild statement, but I get it. Like, that situation, it does suck, but I think two things can be true. That situation sucks and he fucking sucks too. So that's I can see why they did it. I think it's a smart move, but not like it really matters for them. But no, that's all I got. I'll keep this shorter than last time. Love you guys.
So wholesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, he lost JJ McCarthy and was like, season's over. And what are they? Vikings 2-0, right?
Yep.
Crazy. It's got to just come down to coaching at that point.
Hey, Sam Darnold.
But then I hear like it's players, not coaches in this league.
I'm starting a theory that if Sam Darnold keeps this up, that like former Jets quarterbacks revive their career, like once they switch around to like 3 teams and 9 years later, like Geno Smith and then now Sam Darnold. So
Brett Favre when he went to the Vikings.
Well, not exactly that, but I mean, in like 4 years, we can expect like Zach Wilson to light it up on like the Panthers or something random. So just keep that in the back of your mind.
Okay. I will. Thanks.
The pod will be around. Maybe.
I don't even know if this will get played on the pod or if I'm too late.
God,
but I just wanted to come in and react to week 2. Patriots had all the chance in the world to go 2-0 and lost a heartbreak. Psych. Just kidding. Jags were 0-2, lost to a rapist.
The Patriots did lose.
Blown out in Trevor Bank Stadium. How embarrassing. That's all. Goodbye. Oh, and Andy got his ass beat in fantasy. Bye-bye. Love you.
What does he have against the Jags?
Yeah, that's a little oddly aggressive.
I think he just tries to get under skin.
Damn, I only scored 108 this week.
Yeah, sound like
Even
me.
though Derrick Henry had 16 points, H.N. had 30. I regret so much drafting Jamar Chase. I'm so pissed that he fell to me. I wanted to. There were a couple of receivers. I was looking at CD. That would have been nice.
Taking him.
I did not want this head case on my team. Tank Dell, 2 points. Thanks. McConkey, 4 points.
The Chargers aren't.
Mark Andrews, you told me.
You back?
He had almost 10 points.
Jeez. Eating.
I wonder how Likely did.
Not good.
Hell yeah.
I don't think.
Damn.
And Chargers are an interesting team.
Well, like I played my best plays. Like all my bench is ass, so I can't be too mad.
Yeah, there'll be more weeks.
I did what I could.
Nobody goes fucking 10-2 in fantasy anyway, unless your league is ass.
Yeah, Likely had 2 for 26.
That's crazy. I know people traded some crazy things for him.
I told you not to.
People traded some crazy things for him, probably. All right. Phantom McFly, let's end it with you.
Yo, what's good, boys? It's your boy Phantom.
What up, Phantom?
That had to be the worst possible game I've ever been to in my life.
Thanks for saying hi.
We still got 6 more left.
6? Oh.
I don't know how the season's gonna go, but
would.
we have to do something about this. Like how we get shafted by the Browns. How we let Massage Watson do what he did to us. He didn't do much, but that team just outplayed us. Came out with no fire, and I blame 100% on that offensive staff. I'm not even blaming Nielsen. We blaming Doug. We blaming Press. We blaming Balky. Rauscher, since he can't actually get this O-line to actually do something. But not only was the trash on the field being a problem I had, A fight almost break out in my section. I'm going to have to sit there and look at that. That distracted me from the game. Probably would have been a good distraction. Right when I got into my section, there was a guy just straight puking the whole time for like the first half. It wasn't a good time.
The entire first.
So, hey, look, that game, week 2.
This is the offense.
Trevor Bank Field or Stadium, whatever you want to call that shit. Fuck that. Hey, boys, take it easy. Peace and love.
Fuck that.
Enjoy the pod. Have fun. Peace.
I love how they tell us to have fun. Thank you, guys. We're trying. We're doing our best.
Not fun. Just an hour and 90 minutes of puke. Just straight up vomit. The entire time.
How was the
Someone said the dogs are out.
Oh yeah. The all right. Did that come up at any like terrible time during the game?
I recall it once. I'm sure it did. I recall it once. And it was bad timing.
That's so
I don't remember the circumstances, but he did come out, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. There was a time that I went inside. I was so sick of the on-field product. I went inside because I was in a club seat, so I got a little AC area going on and got some food and drink, but I didn't buy anything because didn't want to spend it. Wanted to make sure I spent $0 so I could talk about it. Sat down on a couch, wasn't watching. Well, I had a TV like far away that I could see if we were doing anything, but I was just on my phone, sitting there, and then up next to me comes a mom with a baby that's screaming like the baby's getting killed. Like that's how bad the baby's screaming. So like Jags are looking like shit. I'm sitting inside sulking, and a screaming baby is next to me. Not even a toddler. Like she was old enough to be, have her wits about her.
Toddlers can cry.
She was screaming, and I was like, "You got to be kidding me!"
It's like you're 2 years old. Grow up.
So that was so bad.
Sounds like you won't be back.
I won't be back unless things turn around. I'm not going if we're bad. Like if we don't turn the ship around, I'm not going just for the tailgate. I'll be watching it here, or watching Red Zone here.
It'll be Red Zone.
I'm so sick of that.
You're watching it.
I'm so sick of. It'll be on, but it won't be the big TV. I'm sick of that product going to that stadium. I'll wait for the new stadium, which when that happens, it's going to be so expensive. So it'll be hard to spend $0.
And they'll still be bad.
Question for the pod, Cody Cold Gaming says, you're an NFL team looking for a future franchise quarterback. Which one would you pick? Cam Ewers or Arch Manning?
Quinn Ewers.
Cam Ewers.
That's what
he corrected him. He corrected himself, said Quinn.
Oh. Quinn.
I don't know. I mean, we haven't seen Arch Manning. Like,
yeah,
he got in a little bit on Sunday or Saturday. I think
he played
he was flawless.
He played a bum, didn't he?
Yeah.
I can't quantify college talent when you don't play good teams because these bad college teams they're bad. That's why Tennessee beat Kent State 71-0. Arch Manning is going to do that to any fucking buddy that's not like Oklahoma or an SEC Big Ten school that actually has talent on their team.
Yeah, he wasn't running very fast, Manning, on his touchdown run. You could tell, but like no one was catching him because it was probably not a great team. It's like in college you saw Trevor run a lot and outrun. He had like that really cool run versus Bama, maybe, or Georgia, that he like juked a couple players and ran for a touchdown. He hasn't done that in the NFL. He just had his longest run Sunday.
They played UTSA. So in a state like Texas, I'm sure they're not getting all the recruits there.
I mean, the question is, if Arch Manning was eligible, who would we draft in 2025, Arch Manning or Quinn Ewers?
I'm going with Manning just because of the blood.
Well, I would go, under that hypothetical, I'd go with Ewers because I want him to get some college experience. But like, I wouldn't just take Arch Manning with no college experience and just draft him to the NFL. But if I'm predicting, like, when Arch Manning is draft eligible in like 2026 or 7 and he has like a couple years of college experience, I'll go with Arch Manning. I don't have much of an opinion on Quinn Ewers. I'm not like super high on him, but
how long is he out? Is it just that game or is he going to be out for a while? If you know.
I don't know. I thought he just got in because it was a blowout. I didn't know Quinn Ewers was injured.
Yeah, I think he got hurt.
Oh.
Yes, I wasn't watching, which
I also was
ruined
not
my
watching
Saturday.
Texas and UTSA.
It's just when I'm not sitting in front of a couch for 12 hours on Saturday, it's like I'm missing out on life.
Right. Agreed.
Because I missed y'all game. I was like, damn.
Oh, the backyard brawl was unreal.
Talk on it.
Speak on it, King.
I hope Bando's listening.
Fuck you, Bando. Just kidding.
I meant to go watch the highlights of it.
You should.
Just to feel something.
I mean, there's just so much to talk about.
You have 30 seconds.
To sum it up, I guess at the end to explain how exciting it was, we were down. Pitt was down 10 points with 4 minutes left, less than 4 minutes left.
Jeez.
And we won 38-24.
Why are you the Raiders?
You were down. You were 14 to
38.
24.
Sorry, 38-34. We're down 24-30. We scored 2 touchdowns. Scored 2 touchdowns in 4 minutes. We had just two. We have this freshman quarterback who you got to learn his name. You already know his name. You should learn his name. You won't. Holstein.
Horn.
I've seen some tweets out there that put him on Heisman watch. He's like
that won't last. Your first loss, he's off the list.
He's like 10th or like 12th on the couple of tweets I saw. He's been really, really good. It was very surprising to me. He was a top prospect. He was 29th in the class of 23. Redshirted at Bama last year. Didn't play and then transferred to Pitt this offseason.
So you're saying I should take the Morse every week?
Yeah. He's had over 300 yards all 3 weeks. Granted, we played Kent State week 1. And then we played 2 Big 12 teams, Cincinnati and West Virginia.
Everybody's beating Kent State.
But the backyard brawl was such a good scene there.
Is it better at Pitt or West Virginia, you think?
The game? What do you mean is it better?
The
atmosphere?
Yeah. Because West Virginia looked lit.
Biasly, I'd say Pitt. On a normal week, no. Are you laughing at me?
No.
I didn't think you were.
That just came out of nowhere.
On a normal week, I can unbiasedly say that the West Virginia football is probably a better atmosphere than Acrisure Stadium for a Pitt football game.
What?
But for a Pitt football game, yes. But
Shout out Bando.
But for the backyard brawl, like that stadium's sold out and packed, and the scene's probably unreal. So, it's just equal scene, I guess, atmosphere.
Well, I'm happy for you.
Thank you. You pick out an AP vote. We're like,
oh, nice,
40th.
Who you play this week?
Youngstown State.
Oh,
so
you'll be 37th.
Hopefully 4-0.
If he's on PrizePicks, I'll definitely hit that. Although, if you guys are winning 60-0, he'll get taken out.
Any last words? I have a favorite stat of the weekend.
Jarrett?
I already shared it with you last night, Jack.
Oh, I'll react.
The Giants became the first team in NFL history to score 3+ touchdowns, allow 0 touchdowns, and still lose in regulation.
That's insane.
Let that sink in. They scored 3 touchdowns, allowed 0 touchdowns, and lost.
Who'd they play? The Commanders, right? That's sad.
7 field goals.
7.
I wonder how many points that kicker had.
21. Or maybe some 50-yarders. I don't know.
Yeah. Don't answer so confident.
21. Just 7 times 3.
Stupid fuck. We done?
All this Kent State talk of all these teams beating them. Penn State.
Let me settle in.
Penn State plays them this week. So, if we don't blow them out like Tennessee did, then I don't know. I just had to get one Penn State thought in there.
When's your whiteout game?
I don't know. We'll wait because I'm still keeping LA in the back of my mind for that USC game.
When is that?
That's in like 3 weeks.
You going?
It's in the back of my mind.
Oh,
I'm like,
is it in LA?
Yeah, like track
talk
and fly.
about
Yeah, let's talk about the hotel and shit.
Yeah. I'm
Come on
coming
now. So like, if that shit happened,
he's holding it like a MC.
But tickets to that game probably gonna be like $500. So like,
get busy on Prize Picks.
Is this the first time
I
they've
know.
ever?
If Trevor didn't fucking run, I could have fucking put the tickets in shit.
Is this the first time they've ever played each other?
Feels like it. Chill.
When they play Jack, you guys still confident?
I mean, they've played before, I imagine.
When?
It's probably a bowl game, honestly.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, that's what you're thinking. Mahomes cosplay kid 3-0. He's got a big game this weekend against Illinois.
Danny Raiola.
Dylan.
He's playing who?
Illinois on Friday night.
I think they'll win.
2 ranked teams.
Illinois is not that great.
Penn State and USC has played 10 times. And yeah, in the Rose Bowl, so I'm thinking, because that's like historically like the winner of Pac-10, winner of Big Ten.
My apologies. I was wrong for once.
Also, Commander's kicker did have 21 points.
Damn.
Fuck Jack.
Cooked his ass. Cooked him.
Get me out of here.
Thanks for listening, y'all. See you Monday Night Football. Not on live, bitch. We'll be sulking as the Bills run through our tiny little Jags holes. Seems like Jack is up. College team 3-0, Pittsburgh 2. Fuck this guy, all right? Fuck this guy. We can't do shit. But, hey, enjoy every podcast because they don't last long. But until next time, this has been Dunn and Drew, baby, with a hint of Jack.